Joining us now is Shannon Watts. After the Sandy Hook shooting, Ms. Watts founded Moms Demand Action to push for stronger gun laws to try to prevent more tragedies like Sandy Hook. So she is an interested party here. She's been following the NRA bankruptcy trial closely. Ms. Watts, it's nice to see you. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Good to see you, too.
I think I am surprised that the NRA's bankruptcy trial, I realize bankruptcy court's kind of an arcane thing, but the NRA's bankruptcy trial isn't sort of more of a big national political story. The potential dissolution of the NRA, the contested bankruptcy filing, and whether it itself is a fraud, seems to me such a tawdry and potentially consequential thing for this hugely influential special interest group to be tied up in, and something that has very high stakes for the future of gun reform and the future of that organization.
Hugely high stakes. I mean, as you said, I think that NRA thought this was sort of a get out of jail free card, that they could avoid any kind of accountability from the New York Attorney General's office. And ultimately, they're finding that this trial is more trouble than they thought it was worth. I mean, we're getting everyday details about the NRA's history of extravagant spending and financial mismanagement. I mean, Wayne LaPierre is a man who has spent years and made millions of dollars saying the only protection from a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And basically what he's saying now is the only protection is actually a good friend with a 100-foot yacht, right? So this is all coming out into the public. I think Tish James has been masterful in really laying out how executives have essentially used the NRA as a slush fund. I mean, they've spent $11 million on private travel, jet travel for their friends, their families, so-called celebrities like Tom Selleck and Dean Cain. And a lawyer has even said, we should expect more cringeworthy revelations. So the NRA's best argument seems to be, yes, we looted, yes, we set this horrific fire, but look how hard we're trying to put it out.
From an advocacy and activism perspective, obviously you and Moms Demand Action have been putting pressure on this issue relentlessly. Trying to make gun reform achievable in individual states and at the federal level. How does the solvency of the NRA affect the work that you are doing right now? The gun reform space and the gun policy space has been so defined by the NRA's belligerence and dominance. If they fall apart, if they're literally dissolved, or if they are, revealed to the public eye as essentially a fraud on their own members here, how does that change the space in which you and your colleagues have been working so hard to try to get gun safety and gun reform done?
Well, let's be clear. The NRA used to be a power broker, and now they're just broken. Based on this trial, it's clear they don't care about public safety. They don't care about policy. They certainly don't care about their members. They care about money and power. And so while they're busy in bankruptcy court, our 6 million supporters are demanding action, demanding more than thoughts and prayers. In fact, we have this road trip for background checks. And over the next 10 days, our volunteers are going across the country, 60 stops in 22 states, very COVID safe, about 16,000 miles long. And we're telling DC, that's where it will culminate, that we want our senators to act. And this is the perfect time. Our organization and our movement is stronger than it's ever been. The NRA is weaker than it's ever been. And just to put that in perspective, the last time we had a major fight, which was in 2013, the NRA was a political powerhouse. Today, they have to ask the court to pay their light bills. I mean, literally. The roof is collapsing in on the NRA, and they have to get permission to fix it. So this is a completely different time and day, and I truly believe that the NRA is a paper tiger, and senators should vote their conscience. Otherwise, they will be held to account. It will be at their political peril, and clearly the NRA's badge of honor, the A rating, is now a scarlet letter.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.